A very good morning to you all. Welcome to online classes and very warm welcome to you all in this new session of 2021 and 22. I am Jaya Verma and my co-teachers are Madhulika ma'am and Deepshika ma'am. So students, in this video we will discuss about, first of all we will discuss about the syllabus and then I will switch on to the chapter. So in this social science we have 4 subjects. First is history, second is geography, third is political science and fourth is economics. So in history we have 4 chapters. First is the French Revolution, second is socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution, then third is Nazism and the rise of Hitler, and fourth is pastoralists in the modern world. Then geography. In geography we have 6 chapters. First chapter is India, size and location. Then second we have physical features of India. Then third is drainage, that is related to major rivers. Fourth one is climate. And fifth one is natural vegetation and wildlife. And the sixth chapter is population. Then comes on political science. In political science we have 5 chapters. Chapter number 1 is what is democracy? Why democracy? Chapter number 2, constitutional design. Chapter number 3 is electoral politics. And chapter number 4, working of institutions. And chapter number 5 is democratic rights. Then the last subject, that is economics. In economics we have 4 chapters. First one is the story of village Palampur. Second chapter is people as a resource. And third chapter is poverty as a challenge. And number 4th chapter is food security in India. And the last is the project work, that is based on disaster management. Every students have to do this project work. So now let's switch on to political science. Chapter number 1, that is democratic politics. So let's start. So the major points we will discover in this video is, number 1, where did the word democracy originate? Means from where we got this word democracy. Then what is democracy and the meaning and definition of democracy. Then we have certain features of democracy. Then we have merits and demerits of democracy. Then there is a difference between democratic and non-democratic form of government. And democracy is direct also and indirect democracy also we have. So these are the major aspects which we will cover in this video. So let's start. Introduction. So Greeks and Romans were the pioneers of today's modern democracy. Whatever democracy we are enjoying today, the pioneers were the Greeks and the Romans. Now they have the 3 branches. There were 3 branches of Athenian democracy, and that was the Assembly of the Demos, then the Council of 500 and the People's Court. So these are the 3 branches of Athenian democracy. I will ask you a question. What are the 3 branches of Athenian democracy? They are the Assembly of the Demos, the Council of 500 and the People's Court. So now what is democracy? As we are talking about democracy, Athenian democracy. So what does this word democracy means? What is the meaning of it? So the word democracy has been derived from the Greek word, and that Greek word is demokratia. Demos means people and kratia means rule. So the simple definition of this is, that is rule of the people. Then democracy also has its root in Magna Carta, England, that is Great Charter of 1215. And this was the first document which challenged the authority of the king, that was subjected to the rule of law and protecting his people from the feudal abuse. Then Haman said, a city which belongs to just one man is not a true city. Then democracy is said to be the most challenging form of government when we compare it with others like dictatorship, monarchy and aristocracy. In this, type of governments like dictatorship, monarchies and aristocracy, in this people doesn't have any right to choose their representative, but in democracy they have. So in which the people have little or no say in who is elected and how the government is going to be run. So this democracy was not defined until the 17th and 18th century. The factors that make some government democratic and some as non-democratic, there are certain factors which make some countries that they are democratic countries and some are non-democratic countries. So now what is democracy? Democracy, people, power and democracy. Like democracy is a form of government where people has the power to choose his or her representative. Like India is a democratic country, every person who has attained the age of 18 has the right to vote. And with this power of right to vote, they can choose the representative and that representative will go in the parliament, they will make the government and in this way the country is going to be run. So these elected representative will work on behalf of the people. Then what is meaning of democracy? Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. So it is a simple definition like form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Now the question arises, who are these rulers? What kind of elections are held? And who are these people who become the rulers? And what kind of form of government we have? And Abraham Lincoln has given the definition that democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. Democracy is a government of the people and by the people. By the people means the ordinary citizens used to elect the representative and that representative is going to work for the people. Now there are certain features of democracy. These features of democracy are rulers elected by the people. Number 2 is major decision by elected leaders. Then free and fair elections we should have. Election in regular intervals. Then one person, one vote and one value. Then we have rule of law and respect of rights. All these features are given in your book one by one. See, first one is rulers elected by the people. Like ordinary citizens, they cast their vote to a particular representatives, means that representative is either representative of the people. People have elected that person and he became the representative and he will go in the parliament and they will make the government. And the second one is major decision by elected leaders. Whatever policies or whatever our problems we have, that particular candidate, that particular representative, they will go there and become a leader and they will take the major decisions. These are taken by the leader. Then we have free and fair elections. In democracy, we have free and fair elections. Then election in regular intervals, means after every 5 years, we have elections. If we are not satisfied by the work of the representative, then we have the power that we can change the representative. Then one person, one vote, one value. Every citizen who is going to cast his vote, every person has right to give his vote and his vote is valued. Then we have rule of law and respect of rights. Now in this video comes to an end and your homework today is what are the 3 branches of Athenian democracy and define democracy. And just read the pages from your book and if you have any problem, please write the problem in the query section. So that is all for today students. Thank you and have a nice day.